Hope you enjoyed that. That was my approximation of Disappear by Lewis Cole, off his 2022 album Quality Over Opinion. Big fan of Lewis Cole. I like the stuff he does with Noah as well, but he's got a couple of solo albums which I really enjoy. I just generally enjoy anything he does, quite frankly. Really talented drummer, great sort of melody writer, great songwriter, composer. Can play in all different styles, but yeah, exceptional drummer, and that sort of carries through a lot of the music. Sort of jazz influences, but also dance music influences, like sort of drum and bass and techno and dubsteppy type rhythms. But it all sort of comes together and it's really silly. I don't know if you saw the video that I made about my top 30 albums, but one of the sort of recurring themes, I suppose, in my musical taste is that I like stuff to be very angular, sort of complex to a degree, unpredictable, but also quite silly. I generally appreciate silliness in music. That's why I'm a sort of big fan of like Zappa and Bungle and Beefheart. All these sort of artists that have just been silly, and Lewis Cole and Noah definitely very silly. But also there's that real, you know, musical integrity to the whole thing. What they're trying to do is quite lofty, quite ambitious, but at the same time they can make fun of themselves. And yeah, sort of great characters, really. You know, Genevieve and Lewis, like sort of really great characters, not afraid to make fun of themselves. This song in particular, Disappear, it's one of the highlights off the album, I think. This has got this sort of bossa nova type feel, and it's quite, like structurally it's quite simple as a ballad, but I just think it's fantastic, the use of chords and really interesting, unusual chord changes, which always gets my attention. If I hear something that I never really heard before, chord change wise, then I'm always drawn to that and thinking, how have they done that? What is the change? That makes that such an interesting thing to listen to. So yeah, come over to the piano. I'll show you some of the chords and some of the melody lines, and why I think this is a great song. Okay, so this piece is an F sharp major, or G flat, F sharp major. So the verse is quite straightforward. It's F sharp major, and then sort of like F sharp major first inversion, but you could play it, think of it as like a B flat, and then goes to E flat minor 7, and then B minor. I like to play it like this, with that sort of that major 7 in there. So it's like a B minor major 7, which is very mysterious. And I think, you know, it's difficult to sort of pick out the chords, as I mentioned. But I think the voices and the guitars are sort of giving that quality. And it goes back to that first inversion, F sharp minor, F sharp major, E flat minor, and then A flat minor, and then D flat major. So again, so that's the verse. Pretty nice, but really interesting, sort of haunting chords. And then, yeah, the chorus really struggled with this. Listen to it over and over again, and it's really hard to tell which actual chord it is that's being played, because the guitars are sort of playing different chords, but I kind of hear it like this. So so F sharp major, do, 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 do. And then this is a B flat minor 7. And then it sort of does a dun, dun. Move up to that D. So it's sort of like a B flat major 7. Sorry, B flat 7, like the sort of the minor to the major. So I'll play that again. This chord, I don't really know what it is. I play like this, sort of like an A, sort of A suspended thing. So A, G, D, E, F sharp. I'm not really sure, but that's the closest approximation I can get. And again, that chord. So it's basically like a 2/5. So it's A minor, D7. So I'll play that again. I can't really tell the quality of that D. If it's a D7. But I suppose it would be. And then G major 7. And then the melody is, and the melody line goes do 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 do. That's a cool chord. It's a C7 with a sharp 11, is it? Yeah, with a sharp 11. So C7 sharp 11. So let's play that whole section again. So it's do 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 do, and then it's sort of a weird modulation to G. It's sort of like a weird. It's modulating to G, the key of G. So sort of upper half step. And it goes down to B major 7. So you're going do do do. That's the sort of the modulation. It's very strange, but it sounds amazing. It sounds really lovely. So yeah, B major 7. You've got a A flat minor 7. And then that's an E major 7. Then I play this as a D flat minor 7. Now that's the second half of that is really strange, because I'm playing it like this. So like a D flat minor 7 to a D flat 6, D flat minor 6. But the harmony is doing something very strange, that second half, which I sort of replicate with this sort of synth ooh line, like a synth vocal line. It's very, very weird, and I think what it is it's sort of Lewis Cole likes to do sort of voice leading where it's not fully resolved, and there'll be voices or a particular note that sort of stays on past where it should have stopped, or it comes in earlier than it should come in. So it sort of swells and it moves very organically, and it sometimes creates these really strange colours and dissonance. But it's something very strange like that. But yeah. The last two chords are B flat minor 7 to B minor 7. Which does get you back to F sharp, very sort of circuitously, but it works. That's it. Really, really unusual, but I love it. I love the fearlessness that Lewis Cole has to modulate really quickly. And that happens loads of times in Noah songs as well, where they'll just modulate. They'll stay in a key for a couple of bars, and they'll go to a completely different key, almost like sort of giant steps, constantly moving, but always sounds very pleasant. They always find nice, or he always finds a nice sort of melody line to to move over all of these very sharp contrasting chords that ties it all together. It sounds really lovely. So I'll just play the melody line. You know, lovely melody, exceptionally clever songwriting. I'm always in awe of the sort of particular chord choices. Wonderful. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.